Hello everybody, so today I want to show you how to answer. We need to find about complementary solutions and particular solutions. So we have yc, that is about e to the power of lambda s. Later that we need to do first the derivative of yc, and we have lambda e to the power of lambda s. So we need to do first the derivative of this one. We keep the same e to the power of lambda s. Later that we need to do first the derivative of lambda s. You got lambda. Now we go to second derivative of yc, and we have lambda square e to the power of lambda s. Now we have this one. Because this is about complementary solutions, so I will put this one equals to number 0. So I will put this one go in here, this one go in here, and this one go in here. So we have lambda square e to the power of lambda s minus number 2 lambda e to the power of lambda s, and we have number 2 e to the power of lambda s. So we need to do about factorization by e to the power of lambda s. Now we need to find the solution of this one. So this one we have lambda equals to number 1 plus I, that is about the complex number in here, and 1 minus I. So this one we have yc, and we have c number 1 e to the power of lambda s. So we transform into this one. And we have c number 2 e to the power of 1 minus I of s. So we can put like this. Now we go to this one. For this one, we can use about variations of parameter. Oh, that should be like this. So in this one, I will put about y number 1. So we have e to the power of s cosine s, and y number 2, that is about e to the power of s sine s, and 3s, that is this one. So in this one we can use about Wronskian of y number 1 and y number 2. So we have w, y number 1 and y number 2. So that should be about the matrix. So we have y number 1, y number 2. First derivative of y number 1, first derivative of y number 2. So in this case, we have y number 1 and y number 2, that is from here. So we need to do first the derivative of this one, and we have like this. Similar this one, so that should be about e to the power of e to the power of s sin s plus e to the power of s cosine s. Now we need to find the determinant of this one. So 8 multiplied by d minus b multiplied by c. So this one multiply this one minus this one multiply this one. So we have like this. So this one multiply this one, we have e to the power of 2s cosine s sin s plus e to the power of 2s, and we have cosine s squared minus e to the power of 2s cosine s and sin s minus e to the power of 2s. So because we have negative and we have another negative from here, so we have positive, and that is about sin s squared. So this one and this one, they cancel, and we can do about factorization by e to the power of 2s, and that should be like this. This one, that is number 1. And now we can find particular solutions. So that is about yb. So we have negative y number 1, and we have the integration of y number 2 gs over the Wronskian. That is about this value in here. So we have positive y number 2, and we have the integration of y number 1, and we have gs over the Wronskian of y number 1 and y number 2. So we have y number 1, that is about this one, and we got about negative e to the power of s cosine s, and this one we have e to the power of s sin s, and we have gs, that is about this one. Over this one. This one we have e to the power of s sin s, and we have the integration e to the power of s cosine s, and we have e to the power of s sin s divided by e to the power of 2s, and we have the s in here. Now we need to simplify. This one we have sin s squared ds, and the second one that is about cosine s sin s ds. So about sin s squared, we have the formula in here. We have 1 minus cosine 2s divided by number 2. So we need to transform this one into this one. So this one, that is about sin 2s. So we put 1 over 2 go outside. Number 2 go outside. The integration of sin 2s, that is about negative 1 over 2 cosine 2s. This one, the integration of number 1, that is about s. This one we have 1 over 2 sin 2s. So negative 1 over 2 with number 2, we have negative 1 over number 4. So this one multiply and we have like this. This one we have 1 over 4. So we can see that 1 over 4 e to the power of s, we can do about factorization. So if we look carefully, this one, that is about cosine A sin B minus sin A cosine B, and this one, that should be about sin of B minus A. So that is about sin 2s minus s, and we have sin s. So in this case we can simplify, and that is about sin s. So if we look carefully about this one. We can see that this one repeat again of this one, because we have seen number 2 that is about a constant, so they can be another constant including 1/4. So in this case we just focus about this one only, and now we have the final answer. YC, we have this one. And YB, that is about this one. This is the end. Thank you for watching.